I grabbed a bag of lemons from my local grocery store and then went to nicksseasonaldecor.com and grabbed a beautiful blue and white chinoiserie vase and some greenery. And while I was at my local grocery store, I picked up some bamboo skewers, and this is how we're going to attach these lemons in our vase. We're going to take our skewer and poke it into one side of the lemon, and once you are done with this arrangement, so once your guests have left, you can create fresh lemonade, which is what we intend on doing with these. We're going to just poke one in on either side, like that, and we're going to do this several times, and I wish you guys could smell how good these lemons smell, like that. And once you have your lemons on your bamboo skewers, you could also just use wooden dowels for this. We're going to take them and simply layer them on top of our container. So we carry these chinoiserie vases in all sorts of styles, sizes, and colors, so find one that best suits your home. Now we're going to take some single lemons and just poke them into a skewer, and we're only going to have lemons on one side of these. All we're going to do now is just start placing all of our lemons inside. We've created kind of like a little lattice effect with the original ones that we've added, and these we're going to just have going every which way. Now we'll take our leaves and start working in between all of the lemons, and you could add as many or as few as you would like. And here's how it turned out, and I absolutely love it. My whole kitchen smells of lemons now. You can use any kind of fruit and any kind of greenery, and make sure to turn this into lemonade after you're done.
Turn a plain glass vase into a festive focal point. Simply take a bag of faux lemons and slice them in half lengthwise. Now lay your vase on its side. Use hot glue to attach a lemon half to the top of the vase. If the lemons have a stem, use those halves to circle the top of the vase. When you attach the top row, have the tops of the lemons rise just a bit over the rim. Stagger the lemon halves so that they fill in as much of the glass as possible. Continue until you reach the bottom row. If the lemon halves are too long, mark the points on the lemon that you need to trim and slice that part off. Your vase is now ready to fill and display.
So our sign has 2 holes already hole punched in our wreath or our sign. So all I did is I took 2 pieces of about 14-inch long wire, just enough to feed it through the grapevine, and we're going to secure it using that. So now that we have our sign secure, our next step is going to come back in with some ribbon. We can create loops as big or as small as we'd like. I'm creating these about 3.5, 4 inches long. Create a very small bow. That way we can have some tails left over too. So we'll do 5 total loops, and that should give us a decent size. And then we'll cut off our ribbon. So we'll take our tails, we'll place them behind our bow, and secure our bow just with a pipe cleaner. And place it in the upper left-hand corner of our wreath. The reason we're doing this is because the sign is up on the lower right. So to balance it off, we're placing this on the upper left. Now what we can do on either end is dovetail it if we would like. So we'll just take our ribbon, fold it in half, and cut from the middle out towards the wired edge. So now that we have it nicely fluffed, our next step is to come back in with some florals. And in this case, we're going to be using some of these berries. So for these, we're just going to break them down by cutting them as far down the stem as we can. And to secure them, we're using our hot glue skillet right here, and then placing them into our wreath. So since this is a half wreath design, we do want to make sure that our greenery, or florals in this case, or berries in this case, are going in opposite directions. So we're going to have some facing downhill on the left, and then we'll have some facing downhill on the right. Like that. So now we have a little cluster of berries kind of surrounding our bow, creating a crescent around it. Now what we can do is break down 1 or 2 small pieces and place it within our loops. What ends up happening is the bow isn't as harsh, and it looks a little bit more incorporated, a little bit more aged. So we'll just take a few berries like that, place them on the inside, and our next step is to come back in with more flowers. And I'm just pulling off the little florets. They pop off very easily and come off in little clusters like that. The reason we do this is to stretch our hydrangeas as much as possible so that it's budget friendly, and also helps take away from the bulky look of having, such a giant hydrangea on a design like this. So we're just going to pepper some of these in sporadically throughout. And this is what it looks like with the hydrangea, the berries, and our ribbon. So now we have some of these artificial lemons, and people often use this as vase filler. So we're going to place these kind of in a triangular fashion around our bow. So I'm going to place one on the right side of the bow. We'll come back in and place one on the left. And then our third and final one we'll place behind our bow. So here's the finished wreath. What we're going to do now is we're going to hang this up and show you guys how it turned out. Here's how the finished wreath turned out, and I'm absolutely in love with it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it brought you a little inspiration for spring and summer.
To start this project, I'll be using a dollar store pizza pan and I'll be spray painting it with Rust-Oleum spray paint that has a paint and primer all in one. So I went ahead and let the pizza pan dry completely, and then I took a pencil and I kind of drew on a lemon look that I'm going for. You have two choices. You can either use permanent markers or you can use apple barrel multi-surface lemon paint for this project as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with this permanent marker here, and I'm just gonna color in the outside edge here, like so. And I'm gonna go ahead and do this all the way around and show you what that looks like when I'm done. So here you can see I've done all the way around the edge of the pan, and you could continue using the marker inside if you want, but for the next round, I'm gonna be using the paint. And I'm just gonna go ahead and start painting kind of the lemon insides. And I'm gonna paint it with this bright lemon yellow, like so. And then I'm gonna let that dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and do all of the sections. I'll show you what it looks like. And again, I'm gonna let that dry before I move on to the next step. Now that it's dry, I just wanna add a little more texture and color variation. So I'm just going to brush in some other shades of yellow to give it a little more texture and give it some more depth. So now that the paint is completely dry, it's time to add the embellishments. Okay, now we're gonna flip over the pizza pan so we can glue on something to hang it. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip it over now. And I've got a little piece of twine here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and create a little knot to hang it with. And then it's up to you where you know, how big you want this loop or how long you want it to hang down. But then all I'm gonna do now is go ahead and add some hot glue and then stick the twine in the hot glue and wait for it to cool. Next, I'll be using this galvanized welcome word, and you can find these at a lot of different locations, but I'm just gonna go ahead and add a little hot glue to it. And you can add more if you want. And then I'm gonna place it onto the pizza pan. And next I've just made a little bow out of burlap, and I'm gonna go ahead and put a little hot glue onto the back side of that. I'm gonna go ahead and place the bow.
I went to my local grocery store and I picked up some lemons and some limes. We're gonna take our lemons and we're gonna cut them into about 1/4 inch thick pieces. And we're gonna do the same thing to the limes. And I wanted to use both of these because I think it's gonna look really pretty having the green and yellow. First thing we have to do is place our container in the middle. Now what we can do is start taking our slices of fruit and working them in. And there is our last piece. And I think this already looks beautiful. So now if we zoom in on the inside, now we're gonna fill the container inside with some water. And we can start working in our flowers. And while I was at the grocery store, I picked up some flowers. They are 3 different bundles for $15. And all I'm going to do is just arrange them right inside the container. Now I'm going to work in some of these. These are known as palms, and these are actually in the chrysanthemum family. So we have these in a really pretty green color. We're going to just pepper a few of these in. So after working in a few of those, we also have a really beautiful flower, and this is known as alstroemeria. These come in every color imaginable, and we're going to work in a little bit of these to add some extra yellow. And now let's step back and give you the grand reveal. So if you're not comfortable using fresh flowers and fresh fruits, we do sell the artificial versions at nicksseasonaldecor.com, and that way it can last a lifetime. But it was so easy to put together. We ran to the grocery store, a few flowers, 1 lemon, 1 lime, and we created this on a budget, and I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Nick Kretikos of Nick's Seasonal Decor, and you're watching me on Home Talk. See you the next episode.